Well, what this looks like is I was working in an organization, and when I went into there, I asked the folks two questions. A year from now, who do you want to be? And a year from now, what do you want to be doing? And it was a group of about 60 folks. And what was shocking is all of these folks were doing things that were creating new business categories for our company, very large company. And they were really fueling the growth for North America. But when they answered, and almost to 100%, what they said was, a year from now, what I want to be doing is I want to have a job. I want to be employed. And I want to be doing something that I know how to go do. And what was shocking to me is that felt almost sinful. Here were these folks who had at least half of their working career left with them. And they were doing amazing things right now. But the best they could come up with is, I just want to be employed, doing something I know how to go do. And so I started to wonder, what's missing here? And what I started to realize is that these folks were doing things of great success, but there was an emptiness in there, and you could see it in their eyes. There was a grayness about it. And so I happened to be reading about a guy who won a tournament, and he put on a jacket. And as he put on the jacket, he said, I got the great success, but I missed the significance that came from it. And I said, that's it. And what we're going to do as an organization is we're going to learn how to create significance out of success. Now, what does that mean? Break it down a little bit. Success is what we accomplish. It's those brands that we created, it's the sales that we made, and then the corresponding impacts for us personally, our house, our cars, our families. But what I believe is the only thing that we manage as individuals is energy. And the chase of that success is important because that creates energy. It creates the desire to get up and be more and do more than I would have otherwise. But that's only what I've learned is half the equation. Many folks can be successful but have no joy. And the reason is they don't use that energy for something more. And that more to really release that God-given potential that they've been given. And that more looks like significance. So success, to summarize a little bit, is what I accomplish. Significance is who I become as I go do that, and who I help others become as I go do that. Some of the best coaches in the world, you can see that they create that in everything they do. They help their players be the best, and they do that by chasing the ultimate prize of the championship. Whether or not they achieve that every year, that is sort of a secondary thing, because what they get out of that is something that's more sustaining, which is the energy and the desire for the person to come back and give their best, be their best, and do that for others. So as I feel from the good Lord himself, the mission that I have is how to create that significance out of success for myself, for my family, and for those that I touch, so that we can use the energy to really be that person, that community, that world that he's created us to be. And so for me, if you look at the initials SOS, some might say it's like save our souls. I'd trade it and say it's creating significance out of success. And it's a helpful term that drives what I go do, and more importantly, why I'm doing it. So that's a little bit of what that is right now.